Yo, what's up, y'all? Dante here. You already know I'm back with some more NFL news. This one is, to some, this isn't really that big of a deal. To me, it is because I'm a big NFL, I'm a big football fan. But I think this will help a lot of people um, decide what they want to watch when it comes to these games. And I'll explain more in a second. But apparently, the NFL owners have agreed on the flex schedule. Now, if you don't know what the flex schedule is, um, basically, if they know a game is not going to do well in a specific time slot, they can flex it out and move something that they know people will watch in a greater number. So, for example, they'll make games early in the season. When they make the schedule, you would think like, oh, right now, let's say there's a game like I don't know the schedules, but like say it's like Chiefs and 49ers, like week 12 or something on prime time, right? Monday Night Football. But for some reason, by week 10 or week 11, the teams are like 500 ball clubs. And say like there's some surprise team like the Dolphins and the Texans, right? They're coming up. They've lost one game all season. They have the ability to flip that schedule, have the um, have the Chiefs game earlier and push back the Texans game to the primetime spot. That's all flexing is. It just gives you flexibility. So let's go ahead and get into this story. NFL owners okay flexing of Thursday night games, um, which, in my opinion, the Thursday night games are hit or miss anyway. They're usually divisional games anyway, but I mean, I mean, I can see why people are upset. Like you don't want to give you don't want to get a whole night to one to two bad teams. I understand. Let's go ahead and get into this. The NFL will have the capacity to flex a limited number of late season Thursday night football games on the Amazon Prime streaming platform, according to a resolution approved by NFL owners Monday in a closed vote on the first day of their spring meetings. The resolution with passed with approval votes from 24 owners, the minimum required to enact the new rule, and will be in effect on a trial basis for the 2023 season only. If no Thursday night games are flexed, the resolution will carry over to the 2024 season. That's not going to happen. There are going to be some games this year that are going to get flexed. It's just the reality of the league. You can never the teams that start off well in week 3 and 4. A lot of them are not the same teams in like week 13, 14. An earlier version of the proposal was tabled at the league meetings in March with strong opposition from New York Giants owner John Mara, who called it abusive to fans whose schedule will be disrupted. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't pull this on a whim. You got to give weeks notice. But I mean, I get it, but there's more to that. So I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. The resolution will allow the league to flip a Sunday afternoon game into Thursday night and move the originally scheduled game to Sunday afternoon during weeks 15 through 17. The NFL must file no later than 28 days before a game, an increase of nearly 2 weeks from the earlier proposal. No team will be required to flex to a Thursday night game more than one time, and the maximum number of Thursday night games will remain two per team. Um, the NFL, yeah, he just said this. The NFL said that Thursday night. Oh, okay. The NFL said the Thursday night flex option can be applied no more than two times during the season. That's in totality. So you'll never have the same team get flexed twice, and it's only two games per season. So they got to be very careful. So these are the games: Seattle, Dallas, New England, Pittsburgh, Los Angeles, um, Las Vegas, New Orleans, LA, the Rams, and New York Jets and Browns. So like this game, right? Is Jets and Browns. Most people would assume that's going to be a mediocre game. So that game would move to Sunday, and then someone else would take this place. That's all it is. But it's only, it's only for 5 games. So like, if they move this game, I mean, it wouldn't matter if it's week 17. But say they would move like the Patriots and Steelers game. None of these teams can be moved again. These are actually some, as of right now, these are actually some pretty good games. Even the Jets game, because you got Aaron Rodgers now, and we'll see what a Deshaun Watson can do with a second year in Cleveland. Let's see what else. The NFL now has flex options for all of its primetime games. Is what I said earlier. Having previously added a flex option for a window of Monday Night Football games this season, it has had the authority to flex Sunday Night Football games since 2006. Let's see. Hans Schroeder, the NFL's executive vice president and chief operating officer of NFL media, noted that the league has averaged 1.8 flex games per season on its Sunday night program over that span. Brian Rolap, chief media and business officer, said that Thursday night flexes are not something we expect to be commonplace. I don't expect that to be either. Like I said, unless it's like two really bad teams, that's what that's what the flex options are for. They don't want two bad teams taking up a major primetime spot. They can go to a teams two teams that deserve that spot. Mara said in March that the league needed to prioritize fans who buy tickets to games and could face significant changes to travel plans as the Thursday game would flip to Sunday or vice versa. Well, this is nothing. This ain't nothing. This is like the same thing in baseball. If you've seen it recently, the last couple of weeks, a lot of these baseball games were getting postponed and canceled. That's not stopping people from going to the game the next day or 2 days later, whenever they reschedule. It's not going to be no different. And if they can't make it, you sell. It's just like, yeah, for some people it'll be a what's the word? Yeah, it will be an inconvenience for some people. I'm not gonna lie about that. There's just some people that specific Thursday or that specific Sunday that was the only time off they could find to go see this game. So I understand that, but I mean that's also a life thing. So I can't be too upset. Um, wait, so Sunday to Thursday, Thursday to Sunday. So I mean, it's 4 days either way, Thursday to Sunday and Sunday to Thursday. I mean, yeah. Mara asked Monday about the flex proposal passing. Said, "I stand by my comments in March. I still feel the same way." Those who support the resolution that noted that the NFL also has a responsibility to prioritize fans who watch games only on TV. Well, the people that watch games on TV only, it's not going to matter. It really ain't. You know what I mean? If you got time, if you can find time to watch the games every Thursday and every Sunday, it don't matter when the teams play. You're gonna find a way to watch it. It's a lot easier, especially nowadays. It's a lot easier to watch games. You don't even have to be. You don't have to watch a TV. You can watch it on the computer. You can watch it on your phone. So that's not really that's not really a credible statement. They don't really have a responsibility to at home fans necessarily. I guess if you're like planning something at your house, but that's I mean the game's going to be on regardless. This should show our fans in the media industry that we'll do everything we can to make streaming on Thursday night successful. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones said. Yeah, Mara was one of 8 owners who voted against the resolution, despite the increase of required notice from 15 to 28 days. Yeah, and right here, this gives you 2 weeks. So if they announce this and like someone gets flexed out week 13, you got basically a 30-day. You got a whole month of a. You have a whole month of a of notice. So if you can't figure out what to do with them tickets in a month, that's on you. Other teams that voted against the resolution, a source told ESPN's Adam Schefter were the Jets. I don't know why. Green Bay, Chicago, Raiders, Detroit, Cincinnati, and the Steelers. But no, that's silly. No one's some of these teams like no one's going to flex out the Cincinnati Bengals or the Raiders for that fact. Maybe or Detroit. Like none of these teams, unless they just are really bad, they're not going to flex out a Cincinnati Bengals game. We're going to have an even higher bar for Monday night and an even higher bar for Thursday night about the type of game we think would merit real consideration for flexing, Schroeder said. Okay. So all in all, what I think it's fine. I mean, if you have the ability to flex Sunday night and Monday night games, what's the difference between Thursday is just you just dealing with one game. It's a little bit difficult with Sunday because Sunday there's so many games going on at once. Well, there's only there's only 3 time spots on a Sunday, but it's a lot different. It's a lot more difficult to move the games on a Sunday than it is a Thursday. And there's a little bit more about this on the NFL.com. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about right here. We have added an element of flexible scheduling to each of the Thursday night football package. We now on all of our television packages, including Sunday afternoon, will have some element of flexible scheduling, which we think is paramount to make sure we ensure an attractive and the most attractive schedule for our fans that merited a fair amount of discussion. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. There was added perimeters on there since our discussion in March, which included a 28-day 8 notice before we flex any games. And as this is more detailed, clubs may be required to switch Sunday afternoon regular season games to approximately 8:15 Eastern Standard or Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, and vice versa, upon at least 28 days notice from the league office. The league's late season fluid scheduling mechanic, in which games are listed with a time and date to be determined, can be used to fill Thursday night as part of the flexing possibilities. In this scenario, for example, the Pittsburgh Steelers Week 15 game at the Indianapolis Colts could be a candidate for flexing into Thursday night. The resolution comes even after owners and the NFLPA raised issues with the proposal, voicing concerns regarding travel logistics and travel impact on fans. And then this is more John Murray. He went into it that he was disappointed. Despite concerns, the premium placed on primetime NFL games won out, leading to the possibility of a maximum of two Thursday night football games being flexed per year. Monday's resolution means each and every primetime slot is now available for scheduling flex and giving the NFL the power to move the most anticipated games into the windows with the largest audience. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all this is about. Is it going to hurt some of the fans? Yeah, I mean, especially the ones that go to the games in person. But like I said, it's no different than a baseball game. If you really want to go to the game, you'll find a way. If you really want to go to the game, you'll find a way to go to it. If it's scheduled for a Thursday and they move it to a Sunday, that actually would help a lot of people anyway. A lot of people don't work on Sunday anyway. So you probably, I mean, at Thursday night, you probably going to the game after work anyway. So it's not like it's a schedule conflict. It's not like it's really going to interfere with your daily, activities. For some people, maybe, but like I said, that's just any situation when it comes to these live events. A lot of stuff, nothing is set in stone. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I got about. That's all I got to say about this story about here. I think the Thursday night flexing is a good thing. it'll keep us from getting really bad games on Thursday when no one's watching and all they're doing on social media is just clowning them for 3.5 hours. And I mean, it's funny, but it's like that happened. That was happening a lot on Thursday night games the past few years. Because it would always seem like there was some really bad teams at the bottom of the divisions playing each other, and no one wants to really see that. I love football, but if that's going to be my only choice, that's going to be my only option of football to watch for that day, I'm gonna be a little upset. So that's all I gotta say about this. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy. What do you think about the flexing? And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.